About stance and posture now. So with your stance, there's a few different ways you can perform your exercises. So the first one is standing, the second one is kneeling, and then the third one is seated. So generally, the closer you are to the floor, the more force you're going to have to generate to get that undulation going all the way through to the anchor point. Okay, so if you're standing on 2 feet, you've got more of a distance between you and the floor. Okay, but if you're sitting down on the floor, you're really going to have to generate a lot of force to get those undulations all the way through to the anchor point. So it just depends on what your goals are. There are no right or wrong. If you're standing on 2 feet, you're generally going to be able to, you've got your legs, so you can generate a little bit more power coming from the legs, whereas if you say kneeling, you know, you're really going to activate the core muscles a little bit more. So it just depends on what your goals are. So as a general rule, you know, one of the progressions that we can use to reduce the base of support is by going from a standing to kneeling to sitting. But again, it just depends on the power output that you want to be generating for that exercise is the one you're going to be choosing for your goals. So with your posture, we just want to make sure when we're setting up with the battle rope that we've got a straight line between the crown and the coccyx. Okay, so if we're going to hold a broomstick, there'll be 3 points of contact, so the back of the head, in between the shoulder blades and the lower hip here. Okay, so just making sure you keep a neutral spine. When we're setting up with our feet are around about hip width apart. We've got the 2 ends of the rope, okay, from here, and then from there, we're just making sure that we don't shrug our shoulders, so our shoulders are down and packed down and then slightly retracted. So we're not rounding up through the shoulders. Okay, our shoulder blades are back, putting our shoulders nice and tall with the chest. Okay, shoulders are down and packed down. And then from there, just a nice loose grip on the rope.